that second half escalated so quickly.
It really did, and Kim Moon-won had so much to do with it.
Totally.
And you know what? I was saying during the game that I really think Kim Moon-won has to be further up the pitch. When he's in attack for LAFC, when they go forward, he has to be there because he is absolutely amazing.
You know what? You're 100% right. But if we're going to talk about defenders, we got to talk about my guy, Segura. I mean, on that play, he came out of nowhere. Uncle Jay, that was incredible.
That was amazing.
Back, dude. Oh,
thanks, man.
Man. Yeah, it's all good, bro.
Oh, but you know what? This coffee is garbage. You want to go to the studio?
Yeah, let's go.
Damn you, Larissa!
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the 110 Football Show. We've got a busy double game show for you, but first, I want to introduce my co-host for this week. You may have seen her with me on the 110 Football and LAFC pre and post shows. She's a rising star in the soccer media landscape, and if you believe that London is red, then you better be a subscriber to the She Knows Arsenal YouTube and Twitch channels. Oh, and she happens to know that Los Angeles is black and gold, of course. Please welcome Jessica Black to the show.
Thanks, Vince. It's been awesome being with you on the big show, you know, after joining you for the pre and post-match show for the last 2 away wins. But that hat, can we do something about it? Can we maybe get rid of it just for a couple minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Vince. So as Vince said, I'm a huge Arsenal fan, but I'm also a big LAFC fan. And the reason why I love the team so much is I like the way they play, that free-flowing nature, that Barcelona-esque way of playing. Beautiful. I would like to say that, you know, Carlos Vela is kind of like our Messi, and Bob Bradley has said as much. He wants the team to play very similar to that team, and I've never really seen that in the MLS. It's really unique, you know, so that's why I love the team, and that's why I'm here. But that's enough for me for now, because we have highlights from not one, but 2 of LAFC's matches to get to, so should we get to this?
Spoken like a true host. Show me highlights. All right, there are the highlights. Here we go, RSL. I'm sorry I told you it was gonna be behind us. We've literally never done that, so.
No problem.
Yeah, just forget that I did that.
All right, 19th minute. Here we go.
19th minute. Carlitos, go. I thought this was in. Too much ass to just lower it a little bit, Carlos?
I think so.
Ah, but he's got that in his locker.
All right, 63rd minute. Cross in from RSL.
This guy's big, man. I don't think, you know, I love you, Pablo, but I don't think you're coming back anytime soon with the way he's playing.
Exactly. 67th minute. Super sub time.
Cifu, we're going to see him here. He's going to be big in the next highlight. I mean, he might have a man of the month type month.
To Kim, to Vela, overlap, cross, back of the net, boom.
Thing of beauty. I can't wait to get to the touchscreen and break this down with you, because this is what LAFC wants to do game in and game out, but, you know, just flashes lately.
Exactly.
This might be the play of the match, though. Not a goal.
This is how you win dirty, though, right?
Just do you subscribe to the sometimes a save is worth a goal?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But you missed the Segura. Segura!
I didn't miss anything because you just nailed it.
Okay. 1-0, we'll take it. Move on to the next game.
Move on to the next.
Well, that's 1 win down, and we have another one to talk about. Our win at Austin.
And that means cowboy hat time.
No. Highlights. Let's do it.
Like you said, on to the next, and we're off to Austin. I don't know how I'm going to do this without my hat, though.
Let's just leave the hat talk. We'll just leave it alone. 24th minute.
All right, we'll get right to it. What is it? That foul?
That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
Not a foul in live play and not a foul in VAR, right?
Definitely not.
Yeah, and that's the bigger problem for me. We talked about it on the post-game show. You can call it or not, but if you're gonna have to wait for a goal to have to go back and see it in super slow-mo, like he said, not a foul.
Very poor officiating there. 39th minute, Cifu again.
Cifu again. Kim Woo-won's part of it. This is a little bit free flowing. It's a shorter move, but it's nice.
It's that beautiful interplay that we were talking about earlier that good teams have. They have those passages of play, and even when they're struggling, they seem to be able to pull it out of the bag whenever they get a chance.
Yeah, and in the 89th, we're gonna see it again. Look, they weren't sharp at all, but anytime they were able to win the ball and then quickly get the ball forward, they were destructive. They were able to create chances.
And it was nice to see Carlos Vela involved. I thought that he was a little limited in his touches, but that was a beautiful pass in for Rossi and a very nice finish.
Quality when he needed it.
Exactly, 2-0, we'll take it.
And here's the standings. I said a couple weeks ago we should be on that first page. We weren't quite there yet, but we're there now. We're there now. What do you, this is a pretty picture. What do you think?
You know, we're closing the gap on the Galaxy, and you know that matters to us, but as long as we're not on that second page, I think we're good.
Speaking of second page, do you care about any of these teams?
Not at all.
Yeah, because they're on the second page.
Happy to leave them behind.
Losers.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. LAFC picks up consecutive wins for the first time this season, and it's the first time they've won back-to-back on the road since 2019. Vince is going to take us through the bright side of grinding out victories in just a moment, but first, Uncle Jay is going to tell everyone what's coming up on the show.
You, Jessica, anytime, but if Cowboy Curtis had asked me, no. Ha! Coming up, Jerry visits Niky Sports, LA's OG family-run football shop, to find out how soccer style has changed over the years in the City of Angels. Eli takes us through why early success can sometimes be your biggest enemy. And two rich mamons talk about buying an MLS expansion team. But first, Vince and Jessica are in the Van Cave to break down what has powered LAFC through these last two too close for comfort wins on the road. Let's go!
110 Football in partnership with Adidas.
All right, Vince, it looks like LAFC may have turned a corner. It's not the free-flowing Barcelona-esque type football that we're used to watching LAFC play, but you know, they're winning a little dirty, a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, to your point, we sat through this game. It definitely was not free-flowing at all, but winning dirty is good. Sometimes the great teams need to do it, but the even greater teams, when they win dirty, still some flashes of their principles. So that's what I want to show you here. Let's take a look at LAFC versus RSL. It's the one goal from it. There's your guy, Kim. I know you got a lot of good stuff to say about him.
I love Kim, and he has the ability to be a modern wingback slash fullback, because in the modern game, you have to be able to play in the interior as well as out wide. He has such good skills, so he can be kind of like a playmaker in there for LAFC, which we see him do there. And just back in the day, he used to just kind of be able to run up the channel and just hit in a cross. Nowadays, you have to be able to play in this space and be good in the interior, so he definitely has that, and he showed that in this game.
Yeah, great points. I mean, like I've said, time and time again, special player with the ball at his feet, modern fullback, perfect way to describe him. But I want to mark this up a little bit. What he does by going into that area and having that ability is he's going to open up this area of the field. I mean, look at how much space is in behind, and all these guys are engaged. They cannot protect all the areas. And this is where you're probably going to have to go. The way they're switching the ball left to right, you're probably going to have to go out wide. There's a center back out here. He's going to recognize that. It's part of LAFC's DNA to recognize you can go out and make a play. So you've got the space in behind, you got the space out wide. I think Eddie's going to make that run right there. You're right there for me. You go ahead and draw that in for me.
Yeah, for sure. He makes this run in here. He recognizes that there's a space that he can go ahead and cross the ball in. Also, you see the channels.
The positional channels. Yep.
Yep, and what that does is it pushes the RSL backline back into their box further in, which makes space for Cifu to run in right here and get in the tap in.
Just as you said, smart positional play to spread the defense out, to move the ball into those areas. Eddie with the recognition, and an even smarter pass to recognize I've brought the defense in, now I can just roll it back. Strong finish. Cifu still had to do a little bit of work there. Strong finish for him. But those are the pretty side of LAFC, the principles that we'd like to see more of. Win ugly now, but can you roll it forward, win pretty later.
Thanks for that breakdown, Vince. That was a lot of fun, but maybe not as much fun as you had in this next sketch. Maybe I should let you take this.
Yeah, probably. Sure, MLS is growing at a crazy rate, and so are the expansion fees teams are paying. If you had an extra $200 million in your couch cushions, how would you spend it, Jess?
Probably on Mbappe and Neymar and let them play with Carlos Vela, but I'm not quite sure I'd have enough.
But that is the correct answer. But check out how two extremely rich and extremely handsome gentlemen figure out how to spend their funny money from the comfy confines of their expansion mansion.
It's your shot.
Hit the poison ball
ever so slightly so that it may obstruct him and lead me to victory.
You wouldn't dare.
You watch me.
Ugh, odds bodkins, another draw.
Shall we play again?
No, there's nothing to do. I'm so bored. Listen here, old sport. You know, we haven't even talked about what we want to do with this week's $200 million allowance. Let's discuss the merits of procuring a sports team.
Smashing. What sport are you considering investing in? Baseball? Basketball? Maybe iced hockey?
What would get a rise out of our chums across the pond?
Yes, soccer. Or as they prefer, football. MLS is ripe for investment.
Elucidate your opening argument.
Bully, recently MLS has added some new teams and shall have 30 by the year 2022.
And that figure may even rise higher. Chocolate?
Oh, goody.
Favreau? Yes, we'll need some refreshments. Yes, and bring the spray bottle. The shrubbery looks parched.
Refreshments, sir? Refreshments for the shrubbery, sir?
One more thing, Favreau.
Yes, sir.
Please make me a PB&J the way that I like it.
With crunchy peanut butter, hand-pick the nuts out.
Off you go.
Do you think the expansion comes at a cost of quality?
Maybe. A 300% growth since 1996, when there were just 10 founding teams? Of course, there are many other ways to measure the maturation of the league over the past 25 years, but the rapid expansion must be considered a sign of MLS's overall access.
I thought so. Now reassemble it and put it back.
Of course, sir.
Sure, but how big is too big? MLS already is a top-flight league in the world of soccer, and it's about to be even bigger.
The United States and Canada have 365 million people combined, so maybe 30 teams isn't a stretch for that many people.
Many believe promotion and relegation to be the solution. With every expansion spot handed out, the discussion around the concept becomes increasingly pertinent and tribal, with fans divided into two camps. Ow, watch the pancake cranberry. With fans divided into two camps, those who believe the current structure is ideal and those who believe it limits the true potential of the sport in Canada and the United States.
Measuring whether or not MLS's rapid expansion has harmed the quality of play isn't easy. You know, chap, just 2 seasons ago, LAFC broke the regular season points record, and Carlos Vela broke the record for goals in a season, just 1 year after Joseph Martinez and Atlanta United did the same.
There is no doubting the value expansion has brought MLS. I mean, without it, soccer probably wouldn't have taken off in Atlanta. Regardless, as MLS stretches far across the map, the prospect of overreaching also grows.
Perfect. I'll take the mirror. So, old chap, will you be using this week's allowance to buy an expansion team?
No, I think I'm gonna buy a small island instead. My emus need space to stretch. You? Oh,
Stay seated, gentlemen. I have something to say.
you flew from Lisbon to say something quickly?
My sister was on the iPad, so I flew. I bought 2 new teams this week, and next week I'll be buying 2 more. You're late, as always. The S in MLS will soon stand for Sasha.
How can you afford so many teams?
The real question is, how can you not?
Wow, I was not warned that I'd be seeing you in a moisturizing mask with cucumbers on your eyelids when I took this gig.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Actually, we should probably start putting disclaimers in people's contracts, right? But that's an HR problem. Right now, though, our fan correspondent, Jerry Reynoso, is with us in the fan cave. Jerry, you are at an OG shop when it comes to soccer in LA. What do you have for us?
Oh man, let me tell you guys, walking into Niky's was like a kid walking into a candy store. From badass soccer kids to the dopest soccer cleats in the world, this soccer shop has everything a footy fan could dream of. But what amazed me the most was learning about the story behind Niky Sports and its origins. I sat down with Niky Sports CEO, Luis Orellana, to talk about growing up within a family soccer business and how it has survived through the pandemic.
It's a very simple story, man. When we came from El Salvador in 1986, the first thing my family did was make a soccer team. The biggest frustration that my dad had was not being able to find nice uniforms or a nice pair of cleats. So his idea was open a store that has nice stuff. the stuff that I think I want to buy. And that's where we started, man. It was, you know, it was a rough stretch at the beginning, but, you know, little by little, he built it up, and obviously now it's taken on another scale.
You know, your store here, this whole family business that you guys have created 35 years ago, is a grand representation of, you know, what the beautiful game is. And I gotta thank you on behalf of a customer for many years, and my family's been a customer for many years, you know.
It's funny that you say that because it's also cool to see how we have generational customers now.
Yeah.
You know, we have kids that came in with their dad, and they're bringing in their kids, and they come in with their grandfather, you know, so like all three generations come in at once, and it's a cool thing to see, man.
My dad used to tell me when he was younger, you guys used to have the satellite dishes and watch the European soccer games because this is the only location that you could catch those games on the weekends.
You know, we've always kind of wanted the stores to be more of a barbershop than the store.
No way.
You know, because we would love everyone to just come in and watch the game. And if you buy something, great, but if you don't, that's okay too.
I think you guys' main forte in selling merchandise would be kits. So let's go ahead and talk about kits a little bit. You know, a lot of people have been bringing back, you know, classic kits and new kits and just whatever. They rock with even a pair of jeans.
Well, honestly, like we've been pushing that lifestyle aspect of jerseys for years.
Wow.
You know, we've been asking the brands to focus soccer jerseys as part of more of a lifestyle piece for a really long time. And I think the companies are doing a much better job at that, to be honest with you, because if you see the kits now, every kit is more aligned to fit on an everyday type of just
like
clothing,
casual,
apparel.
Right? I really like rare jerseys. And for you guys, I couldn't help to notice that Salvadorian second division club team, not only is it like a rare jersey where you have to be in El Salvador to kind of pick this up, but you guys have your name on the jersey.
Yeah, so that is, you know, our hometown team from Santa Ana. It's funny because they were in the final 2 weeks ago, and we all went to watch the final, and some guy remade that jersey. So you saw a bunch of the jerseys in the stadium with our logo on it. So it was really cool to see, man.
Now, I'm a Long Beach kid, and you know, I've been visiting you guys' Long Beach location for many years, hence my Niky Sports membership right here. That tradition of, you know, the watch parties and just people coming here to either hang out or buy merchandise from here, you know. Those people you know and those, you know, memories you create with them is what matters.
Our store should be a place to, you know, just get together with people that are like-minded in the love of the game. It's a special sport, man.
It is.
You know, the passion and the dedication that it brings out of people, there's nothing like it in the world. So to be able to have that type of environment is really cool.
Yeah, Niky's is an LA staple. They've actually created collabs with major brands before, and Luis tells me they've got a new one coming out later this year with a big-time player in the kid game. So look out for that.
I can't wait for that. And wow, look at all that awesome soccer merch.
Seriously, Jerry, I spent like half my paycheck just watching your feature.
Doesn't stop right there, Vince. Head on over to the 110 Football Instagram page and follow the instructions on our latest Niky Sports post. We're giving away a $100 gift card to whoever tells us the best Niky story. Follow us, Niky Sports Instagram, and tag 3 friends who love soccer and Niky's as much as we do.
I love it. But what about someone who has a great story but doesn't win?
Yeah, Jerry, what about that person?
Oh, man. For those who come in close second, the runners-up will get these awesome purple 110 tees.
God, that's beautiful. Heather purple, picked by yours truly. Jerry, you did such an awesome job, so I'm gonna let you keep it going by getting to T. Eli.
Oh, man, am I getting punished?
He's your buddy, dude.
All right, I'll get it. Well, Eli's had some interesting takes before, but his mentions might blow up after this week's Less is More. Find out why right now.
I've spent some time watching Atlanta United recently, and they aren't even close to a shell of their former selves. Don't hate too loud, LAFC. You're not really killing it lately either. Oh, boo yourself. Now listen. When Atlanta came into MLS in 2017 and LAFC came into the league in 2018, they set a new bar for MLS expansion teams. Atlanta won MLS Cup in their second season, and LAFC broke the regular season points record and won the Supporters' Shield in their second season as well. So what happens when the blueprint of MLS expansion success becomes teams singing the blues? Let's dive in. Since 2019, both clubs have fallen off significantly. Atlanta has been trying to replicate their on-field success by replacing their players that have moved on with similar guys. You can read about it in Yawn magazine because nothing happened. The fans were spoiled with those first impressions to the point that now that the clubs have hit a rough spot, they're overly angry by the lack of success, even turning on players that they loved in the past. Mark Anthony K. Both teams had early success, which is awesome, but their inability to exceed their already lofty expectations is getting their fans heated. And their front offices are hamstrung by the salary cap. Oh, too bad, so sad. Get over it. In the words of my mom's favorite sitcom character, pivot. For true success, let's look at Minnesota. Minnesota United sucked when they came into the league in 2017. However, they were able to develop their club culture pretty significantly. No, they didn't spend money on players at the jump, but they have built themselves up to be a contender for many years to come. Sure, LAFC and Atlanta have some solid short-term talent, but the real winners here are Minnesota United, a team that deserves that type of recognition, especially being a smaller market club. Their matches are basically a celebration. Caveat alert, if Minnesota does start to suck, their fans will be pissed too. Don't Atlanta me, bro. I've LAFC'd it.
Vince, you've been hearing it lately from the LAFC Twitterverse, but I think Eli might be catching some heat this week after that one.
Who told you about that? Never mind. Yes, Eli, it's on you this week. Sorry, buddy.
Yo, Billy Bob, I know you've been slaying Twitter trolls this whole season. I mean, you got any advice for our boy Eli? I mean, calling the black and gold fans spoiled? Bro, he's gonna be the next on line in the firing squad after that one, bro.
You know what, Eli? I actually do have some advice for you. Get yourself a hat. Make it LAFC's good luck charm on the road. All will be forgiven, right, Jess?
I thought we agreed to leave that in Austin.
We agreed to nothing. This hat is me now. It is part of me. We think together. We are one. Jay.
I mean, it turns your 5 head into a 4 head, which is cool, but other than that, the look.
That's the show.
Dude.
Wrap it up.
Not cool. Not cool.
Wrap it up.
No. Let's keep talking about this hat. Look at it. It's first of all, it's a beauty, a black beauty. Jason Aldean, country superstar.
I mean,
I might even I do both kinds of music, country and West. Jess,
you could be a Western Sharpay now instead of the Italian Sharpay.
Jess, come on, 3 points.
Western Sharpay.
It's all about winning. Stop me with the Sharpay stuff, man. Jeez.
I can't help it, bro.
Jay, what are you still doing here, man? I gotta close the studio.
Bro, you gotta talk about the script. I have like 2 lines.
Yeah.
Segura! Come on, bro, I'm better than that.
Well, you know, that's how things go sometimes. Come on,
no,
hey,
but
I'll help
for
you
real,
out. Come on.
I mean,
come on.
My agent
Come on,
says
buddy.
I should have like at least 7 or 8 lines per show, bro. I mean, it's in my contract. Oh,
will you come on? Oh, really?
Oh, look, I got a little Charlie here.
Let me help you. Let me help you.
Hey, chill, dude.
Whoa.
Me too here, bro.
We're cool. Come on.
I know we're cool, but don't touch me anymore, bro. Get
Okay,
kind of hot.
but the sooner you make it out.
Hey, relax. Oh, my mustache wax is.
No.
Come on, bro. My mustache wax.
No.
My mustache wax.
No.
Oh, now I got a Charlie horse, bro. Dude, I'm gonna call HR, bro. This is not cool behavior for one of the stars of this show.
Did you just?
Oh, sorry, bro.
Finally. All right.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I did.